için üzgünüm, mutlu yıllarım için. Aşkımız gölgesiz olmalıydı, şüphesiz olmalıydı. Affedemem, ben böyleyim. İster olur, ister olacak, ister yollar.
Yo, let's take a quick photo while we're at it. The timer's on. Let's wave our hands. Woo! This is 1,000 people in a room that should not support 1,000 people. 3 minutes. This is not a conference. It's all about a hackathon.
I'm super excited to welcome all of you to ETHGlobal Istanbul.
It's the most exhilarating place that I've ever been is in a Web3 hackathon. It's completely different from any other type of conference I've seen before.
They want to build, create, so the vibe is amazing. It is the best opportunity to actually get into Web3 is to go through a hackathon.
İstanbul'a hoş geldiniz.
Ceremony for ETHGlobal Istanbul. This is our first time in Istanbul, but also our biggest event ever. Yeah! 2,004 attendees are here from 90 different countries. 1,350 of them are hackers, and 24% of them are new to Web3. They all came in from 362 different cities, and it's amazing to have all of you in this room still somewhat energized. So we're going to keep this going, and we're going to make sure that we're making you clap a lot more in 5-minute intervals so we can do the next hour a lot more smoothly. But the fact and the most fun number I want to talk about is the number 6. We're going to be making 16 announcements in about an hour. Some of you can possibly guess what these are, but we're going to keep you waiting just a little bit longer. What I do want to start off by is telling you that this is a hackathon, which means the next hour is about focusing on the builders and showing you what came out of it instead of just telling you about it. So 1,350 hackers spent the last 48 hours working on incredible projects, and I'm super proud to announce that 427 projects came out of this weekend. That is absolutely insane. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. This is one of the biggest ever in submissions we've ever received. And especially to our judges who spent the last 5 hours talking to all of you, making sure that we get to judge all of them in time. So please join me in thanking all of our amazing judges: Kaido, Shazad, Leon, Simona, Paris, Floor, Alejandro, Karsten, Ansgar, Yassim, David, Jeff, James, Min, Jack, Frank, Kotek, Boris, Rahul, Mikhail, W, Ida, Aiden, Sandy, Christoph, and Stani. And the fun part, which is all of our 54 incredible partners who are going to be giving away so much prizes. And we're going to do that right after some demos. So for the last time, let's give a massive round of applause for all of our incredible partners. So let's thank 1inch, Arbitrum, Chili's, Chronicle, Filecoin, Gnosis Chain, Lens Protocol, MetaMask, Mina, Polygon, Scroll, Laplace FinTech, Spark, Wallet Connect, WorldCoin, CK Sync, Alio, ApeCoin, Base, API3, Axiom, Celestia, Cartesi, Chainlink, CowSwap, Cello, ENS, Ethereum Foundation, Flashbots, Gearbox, Mass, Hyperlane, Mantle, Neon EVM, Nears, Darknet, The Graph, Safe, UMA, Unlimited Crypto, Waku, XTC, UNICEF, Aave, Grandstyle, Arcs, Aztec, Certora, CurveGrid, EES, Threshold, Push, and Viction. A lot of prizes, but the next piece that I want to focus on and get to is these 426 projects. 9 a.m., we saw 426 projects be submitted. Well, our backend went down for a good 40 minutes, so at 9:45 a.m., we saw 426 projects being submitted. We have never seen this type of traffic before, so it was new for us on a lot more levels. From those projects, we have 10 finalists in the room, and we're going to be bringing them on to demo all of you what each of those teams did. So for the first time ever, please join me in congratulating our 10 incredible finalists. We have Clade Club, SCI, Bridge Buddy, Bodyguard, Sarma, A Distribute, Tap Trust, Footy Stars, ZK Vote, and Lens and Friends. These are our 10 incredible teams. They're going to come on and show you what they built live, and then we're going to get to all the prizes and my favorite, those 6 announcements. But before we bring on our very first team, I'm going to thank all 427 teams here. Just because they did not make it to the finalists does not mean you were not good enough. I want to congratulate all of you for spending the weekend, building something, shipping something, showing it to somebody, and you should be proud of what you accomplished this weekend. Do not be discouraged. Our goal here is to help you stay more excited about this space, which means I really want to see a lot of these projects to still receive code tomorrow morning. And if you need any help, any resources, if you want to still talk to any of the partners, if you want to be connected to our judges after, just message us, whether it's on Discord or email, and we'll be happy to connect you with all these teams. So congratulations to all of these 400 plus projects for shipping something this weekend where it could have been doing anything else. All these projects are also now available on the ETHGlobal Showcase page, which means you can check out everything, whether you're on the live stream or in this room, and see what everybody did down to the screenshots and their source code. Now, before we bring on our very first team, I'm going to take 5 seconds to remind all of you to make sure that this turns green on your dashboard by the end of the day, preferably right now. This is the only thing we have to help us figure out how do we make these better. There's 10 questions. A lot of them are just rating 1 out of 10. How did you like the food? How did you like this? How did you like the Wi-Fi? I know the answer to that one. Take 30 seconds, tell us what we can do better, and help us make the next people who are trying to get into this space be more comfortable and more pleased with everything that we have to offer. And we're going to be randomly giving 10 people this amazing hoodie for just filling out that feedback form. So as long as you fill this out today, we're going to refresh the page a bunch of times. Whoever name shows up 10 times gets this hoodie, and it'll be mailed to you wherever you are in the world. Enough talking for me. Let's bring our very first finalist for today, Clade Club.
So, hello everyone, this is Team Clade, and with my team, we decided to Can't start. Let me start back from the first one. Hello everyone, this is Team Clade. So with my team, we decided to build a fair and social governance platform. The reason why we built such a platform is because currently most of the DAOs are centralized. They are not decentralized as they think. They are governed using a signaling tool such as a governance token, which mostly leads to injustice because this way most of the token holders have the most of the voting power. They have the control, which results in taking more time for proposals to happen, to finalize. So we decided to turn the system into a voting system, which is hugely inspired from a guy named Ray Dalio, which is the founder of this chart you see right here named dot collector. So in this dot collector, there are dots which people vote for the people who will be voting against, not against, to the proposals. So, for example, just to explain it quick, the first line says 4, 5, 1, 3, which adds to 9, 10, 13. So the first guy who is going to vote for a proposal actually has a total of 13 votes. So he doesn't have only one vote, he has 13 votes. And the numbers are being generated from other people's votes. So this all happens in a live session, which we'll show in a second. We've implemented a voice call system, voice chat system. So listeners vote for the people they want here to speak. Then the speaker shares his or her ideas during the allocated time. Other speakers rate the performance of the current speaker. Then the collective input allows algorithms to determine people's voting power. So the voting power is actually how much vote amount the person has. So, yeah, I'll just show you the demo, and soon we will be live at Clade.club. So this is the homepage you see right here. There's an active live session which has a title of Change Name from Lens to Optic, and the upcoming event, 1-inch event. And the joint DAOs this guy currently has, which is already connected to the website. He's currently in 7 different DAOs. And this icon is actually means WorldCoin authenticated, and this way, so we know that this guy is a real person in the world, which allows him to be a speaker and allows him to vote in different proposals. So let's say that you have a DAO, you want to create a new DAO here by clicking Add a New DAO. You can enter and name your DAO here. I'll just name it your DAO real fast. So most of the data we hold are being held on-chain. This way, it's more safe and more guaranteed. After the transaction successfully finishes, as you can see, your DAO gets created over here, and when you click it, the DAO page opens. So there are 2 sections here. You can create a proposal here if you want, and you can see the members here. I just created the DAO, so this DAO only has 1 member right now. Let's say that anyone can create a proposal, by the way, in here, after joining, of course. So by clicking New Proposal, you can create a new proposal here. Let's say New Proposal. So the start time and end time are actually being held in Unix timestamp format, which we can get from this website. I'll just put the numbers here for the future time. So the proposals are being on-chain, being held on-chain as well. We are basically sending a transaction from the decentralized autonomous organization's smart contract. Transaction isn't finished. Okay, so after a proposal is created, it shows up here. And on the home page, as you can see, this is the newly created proposal here. So first of all of the members in the DAO first votes for a speaker. Then the speakers vote for the proposal when the event happens in live. So by clicking here, we can vote for a speaker, but there's only 1 member in the DAO, so there's no point this way. So when the event actually happens, by clicking here, Start Listening, a screen like this comes up. So this is where the peer-to-peer voice transaction, voice thing happens. For example, there are 2 people speaking. One of them is a moderator, and one of them is a spokesman. Spokesman is able to vote from right. As you can see, there's a disagree and an agree part. And after all of the speakers vote, a dot collector like this gets created. So this is what actually Ray Dalio wanted to do. Actually not wanted, does. He actually does this in his own company. And we wanted to take his idea into the blockchain because we really think that this system is fair in order for proposals to finalize. There's the proposal details, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
That was our very first demo for the day. Congratulations. Next up, let's bring on SCI.
Hello. Hey guys. We are secure contract interaction. We are an ecosystem created to reduce Web3 risk and vulnerabilities. Our primary focus is to create permissionless, transparent, and safe tools where users can easily interact with their favorite dApps. What we build in this hackathon is a registry. So basically, a registry maps a website to addresses, to contract addresses. And as an owner of a website, I can whitelist all the contracts that I want my website to interact with. We validate that I'm the owner of the website using ENS on-chain. So as a user, when I use a website, I can install a MetaMask Snap plugin that will validate that the contract that I'm interacting with is allowed for that specific website. I'm going to do a demo. So basically, we built this cowswap.secureci.xyz. In here, we didn't validate any contracts. So when I have my plugin installed, so when I interact with the website, let's give it a try. Our Snap CSI verification will tell us that this contract is not valid. This contract is not verified for our website. So I'm going to reject. Okay, so as the owner of cowswap.secureci.xyz, how can I whitelist my contract? So it's easy. We built a website for this. So okay, so in here you can see I don't have any contracts whitelisted for Gorley. So now I'm gonna do exactly that, whitelist the ENS wrapper. This is gonna, and of course we validated our own contract in our own website, so it's gonna tell us that this contract is verified. This is confirmed. So while the transaction gets on-chain, basically, so we minted cowswap.secureci.xyz, and we validate in the contract in our registry that this domain, that the address that it's sending the transaction to whitelist the contracts, it's the owner of this domain. So now that the contract is added, I can refresh here. And now, when I try to interact, it's going to tell us that the contract is verified. So right now, like, we are trying to prevent if a malicious attacker inject front end and try to swap the address. But what if a scammer, for example, I create my own scam.secureci.xyz website, and I have these scam contracts. You give me 1 ETH, I'll give you 2 ETH. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So basically, I, as the owner of scam.secureci.xyz, I want to validate that contract, and you can see that I validate my contract, but we build with Ethereum attestation service a report as a bad domain. So I, as all of the users can report this domain. I can attest that this is a bad domain, a bad website. So now our plugin in MetaMask reads this and will tell us that this domain has been flagged as malicious. So if I go, okay, it says that the contract is not verified. 1 second. So we may have verified the wrong contract in here. Yeah, it was the wrong contract, so I'm gonna verify it. And once it's verified, it's gonna tell me that the contract it's flagged. So now that it's verified, when I try to interact again, You can see it's going to tell me this contract or domain has been flagged because it was verified, but a lot of users flagged this as a malicious website. And you can see here that this domain has 12 reports, for example. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we can attest. So I'm going to connect to Sepolia because Ethereum attestation service it's on Sepolia. So I'm going to switch the network. And now I'm going to report this as a bad domain. So we didn't verify the Sepolia contract, the EANS contract, so it should tell me that it's not verified. We can try it again later if we have time. And now I confirm. And it's creating the attestation and saving it on-chain. So now for this, we also build Web3 inbox with Web3 inbox, messaging system that I can subscribe. So I'm subscribed here to scam.secureci.xyz. And when it is attested, I should receive in here a new it should have been received a new message. I see that we have 13 times here that it has been attested. And if I refresh, it might have been unsynced, but okay, the idea is that you get a message each time a user flag a domain. So for example, if I use regularly Uniswap, I can come here and subscribe to Uniswap updates. So as soon as, I don't know, if some contract in Uniswap gets compromised or even the domain gets compromised, people will start flagging this as malicious, and I will start receiving updates that Uniswap has something wrong, so I'm not gonna interact with Uniswap. The idea here is to be proactive instead of reactive against attacks. This is why we are building all these tools. The registry contract can be extended. So for example, in here, right now we are using the ENS authorizer, but we could use another authorizers to validate the owner of the domain. And right now we also are just whitelisting addresses that we want to interact with our websites, but in the future we could add like plugins that lets you do some custom logic on-chain to verify that the address is able to interact with the website, or even add some like custom logic off-chain to verify it. And that's about it. Thank you very much, and see you on mainnet.
Awesome. All right, time for demo number 3. Please welcome BridgeBuddy.
Hey guys, we are coding students from Footy to Heilbronn, and over the weekend we've built BridgeBuddy, which is a chain abstracted wallet, and I'm gonna show you guys in a minute what that means. So imagine I'm a new user that's very new to crypto, and I already have a wallet on Celo, and all my funds are on Celo currently. And now I've discovered this base exclusive DEX, and I want to swap wrapped ETH to USDC. However, as a new user, it's going to be very tedious to find a bridge to bridge over my funds from Celo to Base. Maybe I don't even know that there are multiple chains and stuff like that. And people have been asking the question how to onboard the next billion crypto users, and we are trying to tackle this problem with BridgeBuddy. So BridgeBuddy is a browser extension wallet, and I'm going to log in now. And you can already see this is a very simple UI right here. There are no chains whatsoever. And what you can see, the token balances are actually queried from all the chains this wallet is deployed on. So it's like added up together. And as a user, I don't even see that there are multiple chains. And notice how we are currently having 3.6 USDC on our wallet. And now I'm going to make a swap. Remember, we don't have any funds on Base. the bridge wallet is going to handle that for us. So I'm going to put in a very low amount of wrapped Ethereum because this is all on mainnet and I'm kind of broke. I'm going to click on swap and I'm going to be prompted for a transaction. So if I click on approve, what actually happens in the background now, we have two wallets. One is on Celo and one is on Base, and both are safe wallets. And this transaction will dispatch a hyperlane warp route call. So wrapped Ethereum is sent from Celo to Base, and also the transaction data, the call data of the swap function will be read by the wallet, and then it will be dispatched via a message API call through the hyperlane to execute a remote function call in a remote chain. And if we go to the Hyperlane Explorer, we can see that we have two new entries here, which is two transactions from Celo to Base. And if we go to our safe wallets, we should be seeing what's going on in the background. So this can take a while because we have to wait on both chains for a block to be mined. And yeah, let's hope this works. Yeah, here we can see that we just received a small amount of wrapped Ethereum on our Base wallet, and this contract interaction is the actual contract call that's done via a remote chain contract call from Celo to Base, and that's the call of the actual swap function here. And if we go back into our wallet now, and by the way, because of the safe account abstraction, this is all being done in one single in one single signing, so that makes it very easy to the user. We log into our wallet, and hopefully we now see that we have 30 cents more in our wallet, which we just swapped from wrapped ETH to USDC. It's going to take a while. And there we have it. We have 3.9 USDC in our wallet now. And that's it. That's chain abstracted wallet. You guys can onboard your grandmother now. And I guess that's it. Thank you, guys.
Amazing. That is such a cool utility. All right, next up, please give a big round of applause for Bodyguard.
Hi guys, this is Team Bodyguard, and this is Rachel, and this is Pablo, and this is Joy. Okay, so before starting this presentation, I'd like to ask you one question to you guys. So has anyone go to the Labe party last week? I can see some of the people that I danced together, but people didn't raise their hand actually. Okay. So this is the party that I went. I've been waiting for an hour, and then I really enjoyed the Abe party. That's one of the party that I also liked it. Especially for the Web3 side event or some kind of like a party, there are lots of fun. And then we really can enjoy it. That is one of the reasons why I also like the people in the Web3. But after we finish the party, we might receive some of the messages like this. This is one of the messages that I received that I'm staying together in the under hacker house. And then for her privacy, I just hide her face in from there. So it's one of the like a Uber trip that she shared the link because most of the Web3 and social event finished quite late night, especially Labe party, we finished at 4 a.m. Especially for the Korean people, we sometimes finish at 6 a.m. or we can have a breakfast together next day. Yeah. Since we started the project, we found that our project is not targeting for the only Web3 social because it's only also for the social as well. So that from we have a research in Spanish and Korean and Chinese because she's from Spain. I'm from Korea. He's from China. And there are lots of things happen after side event actually. So as a last, my question, so how do you guarantee that everyone can go back home safely? So this is 3 problems that we announced it. So first problem is that usually for the Web3 event or some other sightseeing event, they finish quite late, or sometimes there's a place that there's none of like English speaker there. So there is one reason why many things can happen. And second reason why, there is none of like application that tracking that whether the person went back to home safe or not. There is an application like Uber, but they only share the link, but they don't even check after. So third problem is that most of the people who went to some kind of side event or some of like good special occasion, you probably meet someone very special there, like a date. But we never know that this person is very dangerous or not. So this is our solution. So first, we provide the Bodyguard group to watch. It means that before we leave the side event, we probably know that who has the same vibe as like me. That means the person that we can ask them to being our bodyguard. And second, provide a notification automatically means that when the person going back to home, we can receive the message through to the group that the person arrived home safe. At the same time, when there is like golden hour passed, that's the time that people will get the personal information because that's the time they will reveal the personal information to the group. And fourth, that's the one about the reputation. Because when someone has experience about the bodyguard, that's the time that we reward the people to get some kind of reputation. Because I believe that Web3 is quite small, that means the reputation is quite important for us. So how it works? So this is my question to you guys. So can you be my bodyguard? So if you guys say yes, that's the time that we start this project. So this is how it works from now on. Later, gonna explain it.
Yes. Actually, if a camera can actually focus in the phone a little bit, I will be like steady as much as possible. Actually, first of all, we should register some kind of private information. Basically, because like most of people care about the privacy. So actually, what we are doing is encrypting this data with SSS encryption and sharing after some shares with the public key through push. So first of all, we are going to encrypt. You cannot see it. And after, we are going to log in actually with our signing, our private key that is in our NFC card here that we have in the bracelet of Rave that we won the other day. Once we are logged in, actually, we can see like the event we attended, Rave Istanbul party. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me actually open it in MetaMask wallet.
Okay, so why is it fair that we use the NFC card? Because sometimes if you guys do a side event or some clubbing, sometimes people get kind of tipsy or drunk. That's the reason why sometimes they don't even know how to use their cell phone. So they basically just tap the NFC card on top of the cell phone to log in. Yeah.
So we feed this NFT, and actually, like, we enjoy the party, and it's moment to leave. Actually, then is when we, before leaving, we stick some Aave, some Go, or any token as ApeCoin, mainly because, like, how many times your friends have told you, like, let me know when you arrive home? Have you notified them when you arrive home? No, directly to bed. Yeah. So actually, we stake some. It's taking some time. Yes. Yes, we stake some coins, very small amount, to incentivize that actually people is notified to the people that care for them to let them know that they are okay. Yes.
This amount might be slashed if he don't cancel that actively during the golden hour.
Yes.
And it could be a revenue for the platform somehow.
Yes. Now it went through, and actually now it's time to ask for the bodyguard, and I'm going to ask my friend, actually, so when I'm leaving, I'm going to ask her, like, she can actually be my bodyguard and care about me. So I'm going to do the NFC again, tap her. Now it's, because I'm getting actually her address and public key, so actually I'm going to sign this transaction. Yeah. And actually, what we are doing is like the message encrypted at the beginning that was actually my data in case that I'm not notifying her in a golden hour that it's a period of time that I have to notify her. Actually, my stake will get slashed, and actually my data will be revealed to her. So actually, she could care about me. Okay, yes, transaction went through.
Multiple guardians, yeah.
And here, actually, you can see like the golden hour actually has been expired, so I cannot notify that I have arrived home safely. Yes, here, like said, source message has been already sent to my friends.
I cancel the order, cancel the
yes.
guardian
I
group.
cancel the order. Yes, that's all.
Okay, yeah, so for the future, this is like our tech stack or sponsorship track. Yeah, as you can see, apparently we have lots of features to be done during this 48 hours, maybe like 6 hours sleeping. And so in the future, probably there are lots of things to do, but the most important, which we care most, is the people's private information, because we want the user can confidently hand over his encrypted private information to the group or to the platform. To realize that we want to, now we only allow the guardian group or the platform to decrypt their private information after golden hour. To improve, we also want the user to be able to cancel that during the, to disable the decryption during the golden hour when he cancel order. Okay, hope you to see the real use case in the next side event. Thank you.
I don't know if you realized that, but those were 2 live on-chain transactions with a hardware NFC chip component. That was awesome. I'm glad it worked out live. It's usually a worry thing. All right, next up, please welcome Sarma.
I use this? Okay. Here's my screen. Yeah. Sarma is a primitive that turns any EVM into ZK EVM with private execution and even cross-chain. It's a simple single primitive. I was inspired by Alio, ZK blockchain, which uses also a single primitive to implement UTXO-style transactions using these encrypted records that are only visible to the owner. They have their own language. It's a great upcoming blockchain. I implemented a very similar thing, but it runs on Ethereum, on EVM. The public part of the contracts can be written in a good old Solidity, and the private part in Noir. And I wrote a few helper classes that help the development. The benefits are obvious: huge capital locked on EVM, huge community, and ease of development, composability, and these Sarmas can travel cross-chain, making the bridges much harder to bribe because they don't know what they're transferring across. So the developer implements one interface or uses one interface. Subclass is the Sarma manager contract, and on the R side, it calls is Sarma for every received Sarma. So I'll demo it real quick. So I'm going to run Anvil. I'm going to deploy a sample contract in Solidity, and let it finish, okay? And I'm going to do public to private transaction in this smart contract. I have 3 beans, and I'll send it to a private realm where they're not visible. And generating the proof goes on chain. There, I transferred 2 beans. Actually, let me try to double spend them. Public to private. It should crash. This should crash. There, crashes. Good. So let's now try to bring him back, private to public, back. There, that worked. I transferred one beam back to the public domain. So this is very simple for the developers. I have the solidity part. The solidity part is in my EVM folder. 1 second. Here's how the solidity developer programs. Nothing special, except these Sarmas can be created and destroyed. That's governed by zero-knowledge proofs, and they cannot do anything funny. All they have to do is subclass this and use this for verification. The private contract, the private part of the contract is written in Noir. I'm going to pull one here, private to public, the one that I showed. And I have the libraries written myself for encryption, signing, and payload extraction. So the developer doesn't have to do much. Just calls is Sarma, is Sarma, and that's it. Even more complicated ones that are like private to private are very simple. I'm gonna private to private. There's private to private. Basically, for every Sarma, they call is Sarma, and then the assertion just shows that the money coming in and money coming out should tally up to the same number. That's it. And this can work on any EVM.
Wow. Thank you, Jordan. That was amazing. I think we're seeing way more practical applications of zero-knowledge proofs, so can't wait to see more in the next half. We're at the halfway point, 5 more demos to go, so please welcome ETHGlobal.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark, my teammate Sharif, and we're here to present our project ETHGlobal. So the problem we're solving, we looked a bit at a program running in Turkey by UNICEF. It's called Conditional Cash Transfer for Education Program. What it means is that if you're in need of cash, UNICEF sends you cash on condition that you enroll your kids at school. Now the problem is UNICEF does that at a massive scale, not only in Turkey, but everywhere. And they cannot track the cash after it's being distributed to the recipients. So the cash, once it's out, we don't know, does it go to school subsidies, does it go to food? We don't know. So this is where our solutions come in. So we'll dive right into the demo. You can see here, this is the dashboard for from a UNICEF perspective. So I'm UNICEF, I'm gonna be connecting with my MetaMask wallet, and I'm gonna be depositing into a vault. I'm gonna be depositing USDC, these are stable coins. This vault is inspired by ERC 4626, which is a yield-bearing token design. Ours is heavily modified. The donation deposits, anyone can actually donate, not only UNICEF, but only the owner of the contract can say where are the funds are going, which is the list of recipients that we're going to be having. So next, as UNICEF, I want to know exactly which vendors are going to receive the stablecoin. So I'm going to have a list of vendors that I'm going to say, okay, this is local food vendor 1, local food vendor 2, and this is my database. And I can upload an Excel sheet of these list of addresses. And I'll have a list of only these addresses that can redeem the stablecoin once it's out. We also added a feature to have a limit withdrawal for each vendor, so we don't have one single vendor to capitalize on all the distribution of the funds. And then the last step, so here we're still as UNICEF, UNICEF. The last step as UNICEF is actually to distribute the funds. So what's actually being distributed is a liquidity token. How do I know that this liquidity token has value? Because we already deposited stablecoin in the vault. And I'll take a list of recipients. I'll also add it on my front end. And I'll know exactly, okay, I'm going to be sending 10 to each. And then they'll receive this token, and they can only send it to the merchants that we have a list of approval. If they try to send it to someone else, or if they try to buy a meme coin, or they try to send it to Binance, the transaction is going to actually fail on-chain because it's permissioned in the vault, in the smart contract vault. And then the last interface that we actually didn't implement is that from a vendor perspective, I now receive these tokens. I can now go ahead and redeem them for stable coins from the vault. So what's next? So you're going to tell me, okay, how will I actually distribute these funds if recipients don't have like a crypto wallet? So you maybe saw the previous 2 or 3 projects that have been implemented an account abstraction wallet, where you can actually have a UNICEF wallet, and then you can have the token being used as gas payment. So we don't actually have to transfer ETH with this distribution of the funds. You can actually use the same token as a token paymaster for account abstraction and use it to pay ETH. I think that's it. That's our demo. Thank you.
Congratulations. Way more practical use cases. All right. Next up, TapTrust. Please welcome TapTrust on stage.
Yeah, thank you. So to start with this project, we thought of how we could reimagine events like ETHGlobal. And one of the coolest things that we thought is, what if ETHGlobal could eat its own medicine and be more Web3? And that would be awesome if all of you guys had some way to participate on the blockchain during the event. But we all know that that is difficult, especially after what Kartik said today. There's still many people that are new to Web3, 24% at this event itself. So what we did is that we made use of IRX Halo chips that are actually hardware wallets. And thanks to these hardware wallets, we allowed event organizers to create account abstraction for each one of their event participants that will allow them to interact during the event and participate with things like voting, minting POAPs, participating in raffles, and similar things. So to demonstrate it, I will show now how this works on the platform we have created. So we imagine like organizer login like this, where to start with, we will create an event, right? So to create an event actually means to create an attestation on my wallet that I am an organizer of an event. This attestation is made on EIS, and it's free, so it doesn't really do anything else except just a signal that your wallet is doing something so that other people can recognize who you are. After that, the next step as an event organizer is to collect one Halo chip for each one of the participants. So you can imagine that all 2,000 of us here, when we arrived to the venue, we were distributed one of these. And before distributing to us, the organizer have created a list on, collected all these addresses and have issued attestations on the account abstraction address generated from this wallet that signals that you are a participant of the event. This is actually quite simple, and the ERX team makes it quite simple using this. I can show the phone. Yes. So this is a way for you to scan all the different addresses that are, which one is here? That are on the Halo. So the Halo address gets extracted and it gets exported in a simple JSON file. So once we have all the list of the addresses inside our inside our platform, what we do is that we issue the attestation that all these addresses are participants. All these addresses will receive a batch of attestations, but it's important to note that it's not actually these addresses that receive the attestation, but what the platform does is that it computes the account abstraction 4337 address, which we all know is deterministic, so that we issue the credential to that address. Now, this is all the admin needs to do to create an event, and as a participant, once I arrive to the venue, all I need to do is to come to the all I need to do is to come on the website for TapTrust, and I saw this. Where is the camera? Is there? Okay. It's confusing. Okay, so and we can see a very common like NFC logo, which we are very familiar with, and all I need to do is to scan my chip, and with this will immediately tell me what is my account abstraction address, and thanks for that, I can see that this newly created event is here, and I am a participant of this event. Now, to give an example of how this interactivity can be pushed to the limits, to new limits, actually, what I want to show is an example of polls, but this is just like a trivial example of what is possible to do with TapTrust. So let's say that now, what you loved about Istanbul, Turkish delights, taxis, or cats. I'll give you a lot of time to think about it. And if the demo gods are with me, I should be able to see this, this poll on my, yes, okay, camera is here. So as you can see, I can see now a poll, what you loved about Istanbul. I can go here, I can select one thing. We all know it's going to be cats. We all love cats. I can submit a vote with the same identical flow as before. You open the request twice. But yeah, you can see now that there is a vote here. So cats, for now, are winning. Right, so the cool part of this is that we really love this project because this is what I think is needed to bridge the gap between the Web3 expert and people who are new, right? We need to make sure that it's as easy as possible, and we really love the fact that to interact with TapTrust, it's very simple and doesn't require any download of app. It doesn't require any particular hardware. Basically, you just browse on Safari, which we know is the most closed browser. So if it works on Safari, it works everywhere. So this is TapTrust, and I want also to do a shout out to my team members, Nikos and Mihalis, that had to leave before. But we are really excited about the project. I'm very confident that this is going to become much more than what you see. And I want to thank you all for witnessing the birth of TapTrust.
Congratulations. That was a badass demo. Next up, our third last finalist of the day, Footy Stars.
Hello, hello. All right, so let's change some pace. We are not your typical ETHGlobal Finalist project, as you can see, but we are basically a proven football manager involving real-world stakes. So let me elaborate. Any of you familiar with this game? Show of hands. Yep, some of you are. So this is quite literally the most advanced football simulator game in the market right now. But it's conceived before crypto happened. The main flaw in this game is that it uses black box simulation. What I mean by this is that you, as a player, when you give inputs to the simulator and receive outputs from the simulator itself, you can't really verify whether your inputs are the ones that are actually put into the simulator. And you can also verify for yourself whether the outputs that you are receiving is computed correctly within that simulator. So Football Manager is like that. Sure, you can type in Messi, Ronaldo, whatever in your model and your tactics, but you have no verifiable way to prove that the simulation actually uses that input and whether the simulation is computed correctly or not. You might think that this is a trivial matter, but it's really not, because unprovable simulation, does not allow for the proliferation of open economy games. What I mean by this is that you can't involve real-world money in it. You can't cultivate an open economy involving around like player cards. This is because you will always rely on a centralized party. Let's say in FM24's case, Sports Interactive, to set all the rules, and basically you have to trust them with your results and your simulations. So what we have to do is we do provable simulation and trustless results. So on the back end, we use ZKML using ETHGL so that users can submit inputs to ETHGL and retrieve outputs with a corresponding proof that anyone can verify to prove that the inputs are actually computed there in the simulator and the outputs that they receive are actually computed correctly within the inferences of that ML model. So with trustless results, you can enable a real-world economy around it. Like, for example, every match that is simulated could involve real-world stakes, which is like, in our case, Magic Internet coins, and also open NFT player economy. So to sum up, if you walk in a dark room, you'll feel anxious. So this is how me and my team feels when we use like a black box simulator of any kind. And we'll feel relief if the inputs and the output that we get from the simulator is transparent and verifiable by anyone. Yep, basically, Footy Stars is an on-chain football manager with provable simulation and immutable match history, because every match that is simulated will be stored on-chain. And this paves the way for real-world match payouts from the result of the simulation itself, with open economy for player NFT trading. And lastly, for future improvements, we will allow crowdsourced player ratings and real-time updates. What I mean by this is that instead of having EA or Sports Interactive be the ultimate arbiter of player ratings, I'm sure some of you have your reserves around, like Ronaldo is rated lower than Messi and vice versa. So let the committee decide. Let's show you the demo. So first, as with any other on-chain football manager or any football manager game, you create a team. The UI is not the best, I know, forgive us for that. But yeah, once you create a team, it will actually initiate a transaction to create an ERC 6551 standard, so that, in theory, a wallet could hold multiple team configurations, which will in turn hold multiple player NFTs, which are in form of ERC 721s. So once you minted your manager, you can click on continue and go to your player selection profile or your lineup. So in this case, I'm more of an attacking football person. I put Lionel Messi as the right midfielder. Don't do this in real life, obviously. And Erling Haaland and Ronaldo. I wish I was that rich. Yeah, that will form the one factor to determine the model's output. The other factor is the tactics. So if you watch football, pressure on heavy touch will always win if the offensive side uses forward runs, because you can intercept crosses easily. So all these inputs, 6 inputs, we collate them together and feed it into the model. As you can see, we initiate a transaction so that you can feed these models that you see in the previous UI. The loading is a bit slow, but on the back side, ETHGlobal will take in the inputs. Can you pause, please? ETHGlobal will take all the inputs that we have shown for you, the players, lineups, and the tactics, collate it into a model, execute inferences, and return the result on chain as a scoreline, which is 1-0, along with a corresponding proof to show that the execution of inferences has been correctly done, and also that the inputs that are used to execute the ML model in the first place, it really is from the user itself. If you don't believe me, we'll show you the proof right now. So in real time, the reason why we use a video demo is because the whole simulation process is very huge, so it takes a lot of time. But as you can see, we have deployed it in real time. And can you show the proof? Just show me. Yeah. So yeah, we had actually run a proof prior to us presenting. And if you scroll down, yeah, it will take approximately 40 to 100 seconds to generate a proof, depending on the model size. So that's Footy Stars for you. Thank you.
Amazing. Next up is our second last finalist for the day. Please give a big round of applause for ZK Vote.
Oh, nice. It's better to walk. So ZK Vote, it's a cross-chain voting solution that allows you to use your voting power from the layer 2 to vote on the layer 1. And we use ZK snarks to prove the ownership of tokens on layer 2, yeah, and vote with them. Can we have the architecture? So we have VT, it's voting tokens, and we have voting contract, and we can vote with them, but once we bridge them to layer 2, they lose voting power. So to vote on the layer 1, we need either to bridge them back or to use our solution. So it's powered by ZK Snark. We construct the proof, ZK proof, that someone owns these tokens, and this proof is sent to voting contract. And it has two major advantages. First of all, the snark is recursive. So we can batch as many votes as we want in one proof, so it works very fast. And the other one is a general advantage is that on layer 2, we don't need to actually move the token so liquidity doesn't flow out from the layer 2. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It looks probably complicated, but it's not that much. Okay, we'll show a quick demo. So we have a bunch of proposals on the mainnet. And we connected to the Gnosis chain where we have our tokens. So we want to vote on something, but we either need to bridge them, or if we don't want to do that, we actually can just click the vote. And to put there something, 4844, great. So now we create request for the backend. And, okay, oh, it's here. Okay, so what happens now, we calculate recursive snark. We use AdStack backend for a while. It's cutting edge technology, so sometimes it has problems. It took us a while to make it work. But it's great, actually, Noir. I can recommend to anyone. So this is a proof, actually. Can you show it once again? Yeah, this is a proof. We use Goblin Plank and all kind of complicated stuff. So once it's generated, it's sent to the voting contract on layer 1. And here we are, 4844 for proposal number 7. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
ZK vote. I feel like I'm sensing a theme here. There's a lot of ZK stuff going on. Well, let's get ready for our last and 10th finalist for today. I'm going to stall until that person gets set up. How's everybody feeling? No, don't clap, don't clap. We need you to clap in like 10 minutes. There's a lot of prizes and a lot of clapping, so save your energy for that. We'll get this hooked up immediately, and looks like it worked out really well and fast. So please give a massive round of applause to our 10th finalist, Lens and Friends.
Hello? Oh, I guess this works. Hey, everybody. I built Lens and Friends this weekend, and it's basically SUPAS, but cool and on-chain. So who am I? I'm Pablo the Penguin online. I'm a core dev at Cheetah. You can check us out at MyFinance. We're a CDP stablecoin, and we recently deployed on Linea. I like to apply my research before building a lot, so this is part of what I like to do. And one key thing, event ticketing is complicated. One does not simply just put on a wristband. You can swap it. You can take a necklace out. You can share a SUPAS. You can do everything. So we have to do a variety of things to protect the sanctity of the event so that nobody can show up and kind of make it a bad time for everybody. So we still use things like Eventbrite, Luma, and others, which is not necessarily ideal since we have all these cryptographic things that we can do. So enter PCDs. PCDs are proof of carrying data. Now, what can that data be? It could be a signature. It could be a signature that says that you're part of a group. It could be a CK proof. It could be a hash commitment. It could be pretty much anything. So SUPAS, back in Montenegro and now at DevConnect, integrated these PCDs to basically let people in and validate that they're members of a group without giving away their name, their email, or any other information. Now, the pros are good, right? You have a CK-powered solution. There's PCDs. You're not giving away your data. But it's centrally managed. The tickets are issued on the server, which means the server goes down, the tickets don't exist anymore. The metadata changes on the server. Well, turns out you're not a resident anymore. Now you're a visitor. And even though the data is stored in local storage, it has to be synced on a server, effectively making it like a WhatsApp. You're synchronizing your data with the cloud. So LensPass. We took the engine of SUPAS with the validation and integrated it to on-chain data. So you can validate information based on your semaphore identity to be able to validate you're part of, for example, ETHGlobal. And it could be hosted on Linea, it could be hosted on CK Scroll or CK Sync, pretty much any blockchain you want, or IPFS, or your own central database. So basically, this is a SUPAS jailbreak. You can issue these tickets on-chain with almost, anything, right? So rebuilding the verification servers, and you can still maintain privacy. So you can still prove that the tickets are valid without putting your email and name and phone number on an NFT. So this means you can generate proofs on Lens profiles, NFT holdings, or ERC20s, or that you participated in a farm airdrop or some farming back in 2020. So the way it works is you verify your ownership using CK proofs, and that enables the feed server to validate your ticket and generate a PCD for the whoever's at the entrance, the bouncer or someone, to validate that you are you and you're part of this group. Now, the venues can maintain a list of people or tickets that have been invalidated. You still get your ticket. You don't get to lose it. The metadata is still there. You still have your POAP if you want it, but you may not be able to get in. And so this still maintains that certain independence for the issuer to control the validity of the ticket. I also took a little side quest, and I was exploring slashing mechanisms and staking mechanisms inspired by EigenLayer, and built a little governance-free betting protocol on Chili's. Basically, you stake chilies, you can create bets, you can certify outcomes, and people can bet for games. So you can bet on one side using PSG tokens, and on the other side using Man City tokens. Now that concludes the side quest. So what else? You're familiar with the frogs? Raise your hand. A lot of you, right. So you might have been on your phone, clicking, losing all the battery life. I know I put in like 6 hours on Google Chrome every day, which is too much for me, but that's why last thing here is LensPass automatically pets your frogs for you. So you can use this in replacement of SuPass, still validate your proofs, do everything, but now you can add third-party SuPasses, and if you go on the page, as long as you keep it open, it will automatically pet your frogs whenever it's available. What's next? There's a lot of other stuff that I want to do. Basically, open up the feed server so that people can easily create it, because right now it's a little bit of click deploy and not a lot of people have a deployment account. And be able to choose where you store your data so that it's not just synchronized on a server that's owned by a certain, like a centralized individual. So here's the QR code, but I'll also go ahead and show you how it works. So basic SuPass view. I think that we probably need to redesign this a little bit and make it more like a wallet, like Passbook. But effectively, you have these passes that are generated from the on-chain data on Base or the on-chain data on Linea. And you can scan these, it gets proven, validated, and you basically have a ticket that's generated from on-chain information. I know you guys have been waiting for the frogs, so here, when you open, it checks and it clicks for you. Now, the frogs might take a minute because I have a lot. So it's a little optimistic. It tries to click a lot more, so sometimes the APIs doesn't like it. But as you can see, I get a pretty high score thanks to that. But everyone's welcome to use it. It's on lenspass.xyz. And here's the QR code if you don't want to type it out. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. Well, interestingly, the only thing that technically went wrong was with my slides. Let's hide that, please. Please. Okay. I am about to ready all of our prizes, which means I'm going to try to do two things at once, which is make sure the internet's working on my computer and also entertain you for the next 20 seconds while the internet works on my computer. What's the energy level here? Are we excited to clap for at least 10 more minutes? Yeah? Okay. Are you excited to win $600,000? There you go. Well, we're going to do this live and hope that this works. Let's give a massive round of applause to our 10 finalists: Clade Club, SCI, ETHGlobal, Tap Trust, Bridge Buddy, Footy Stars, Bodyguard, ZK Vote, Sarma, and Lens and Friends. And if any of the next slides look blank, it's because the image did not load. So we'll see how that goes. Next up is a part I know all of you have been waiting for. This is our partner prizes. There are $600,000 in prizes we're giving away. This is the most we've ever given to anybody. And as I was looking at this, there's 200 slides that I'm going to be reading with all the winners and all of your winnings. So I'm going to prep myself and get ready in 5 seconds. All right, let's go. First up is Filecoin. The grand prize winners are Kitty Cross, Private Cloud, and Hugging Lily. You all get $3,000. Next Gen RPC Node, Memento, Sarma, Potsphere, eDrive, Brunch Club, Lambda School, Odal, I can't say that one. You lost me. OpenGate and EditStar, you are the 10 pool prize winners, and you are going to be receiving $1,100 each. Are any of the teams in this room? Yeah, make some noise. Then we have 1inch. All right, if you hear your name, you shout. If you shout loud enough, I will give you a free ETHGlobal hoodie. For the best use of Fusion API, the winner is Toaster for $2,500. Intent Boost is the second place $1,500 winner, and Decentralized Intent is the third place $1,000 winning team. And the best use of token plugin goes to Stabilon, $2,500. NFT Folder macOS is the best OneEdge Developer Portal API winner for $2,500. Cabal Chat for $1,500, and TradeSphere is the third place $1,000 winner. Congratulations. And for the open track, you have One for $2,500, Collateralization Street for $1,500, and AutoGov for $1,000. There we go. Thank you. Next up, Arbitrum. Let's hear you. If you won money, shout. One wins the best library framework integration for $4,000, and MLERC46 is the runner-up for $1,000. The best Stylus project goes to Stylus Playground for $4,000, and Deflate Wallet is the second place $1,000 winner. Anybody in the room? The most original project on Arbitrum is Kata Station for $2,000, and Airdrop Fi as a runner-up for $500. And the best tech is Safer Bridge for $2,000, and Grayskull Guardians is the runner-up for $500. And lastly, these 107 teams are going to be spending a lot of money and getting $46.74 for the pool prize category. Congratulations. I guess we found the popular one. Next up, Chili's. The best fan utility token goes to Bet Chili's for $4,000. Lens and Friends is the second place $2,500 winners, and Arcani 6551 is the third place $1,000 winner. The best Fortify project goes to Real Race for $4,000, Footy Stars for $2,500, and Edit Stars for $1,000. Congratulations. And these 36 teams are going to be splitting the pool prize, taking home 139, we'll round it up, each. Next up, Chronicle. The best Oracle integration goes to AutoGov for $4,500, and COB is the second place $2,500 winner. Where's the shouting? Did you guys sleep? There we go. And these 10 teams are the pool prize winners, winning $300 each. Congratulations. Gnosis Chain. YieldNest is the best Power Pool Finance integration for $2,000, and PySlicer is the second place $1,500 runner-up. The best migration tool goes to XPay and GoatRamp. You're going to be winning $1,000 each. The best NFT infrastructure goes to Kyokin and Mona Lizard for $1,000 as well. And Mariba Wallet is going to be the most outstanding project using Hashi for $1,000. And 19 teams are going to be taking on 105 each for the pool prize. Lens Protocol. The best smart post goes to BetMakers for $5,000. $3,000 goes to Bloom, and LensBet is the third place $2,000 winner. Congratulations to all three of these teams. Raven wins the best lens integration for $500, and so does Potsphere for $500. All right, you are now the running candidate for the hoodie. You got to try harder. The best social experience goes to Rely for $4,000. Pulse wins the novel social experience for $2,500. Okay, Pulse is number one. Best monetization with Lens goes to Morvo for $2,500. On to MetaMask. Ditto Network is the best MetaMask Snap for $2,000, and Dioth, Secret Fans, and Snaps will be taking home $1,000 each for being the runner-ups. The best mobile-ready dApp goes to Metatune and Coincidence, and you're going to be receiving $2,500 each. And the best app for Snap, NHub or Green Screen, which one? Okay. Green Screen wins $3,000 for the best dApp on Snaps, and NHub is the second place $1,000 winner. And Safer Bridge, Clade Club, Direct Help, Sarma, and Memento are going to be taking home $1,000 each for the best dApp on Linea. Green Screen is on the lead. Next up, Mina. Zkeeper is the best use of Mina for $8,000. ZK Know It for $6,000, Alertland for $2,000. That's awesome. And the four runner-ups are Examiner, Prendico, Recursive Gaming, and ZK Collector, and you're going to be taking in $1,000 each. On to Polygon. Three teams, DD, Themis, and SoFi Lane are going to be taking home $2,500 each. Finance and Toaster are going to be the best DeFi integrations on Polygon ZK EVM. You're also taking 2,500. And Sarma and Ephemeral ZK L3s is the best cross-chain bridge implementation. You're going to be receiving $2,500 as well. And last but not least, Superfan is the best Polygon ID privacy user preserving winner, and you're going to be also receiving $2,500. Next up, Scroll. The best 10 projects on Scroll are Starkbridge and Frog, Memento, Footy Stars, Prompton, Chain, ZK Vote, Golden Gate, Ephemeral, ZK-L3, ZK Map, Safer Bridge, and Vitalik's Secret. And these 125 teams are going to be receiving $56 each for splitting the pool prize. This is now the most popular one. On to Spark. Airdrop Fi is the best use of Sparkland for 4,000. Nexus DAI is also 4,000, and NFT Fi Conduit is the best Spark Conduits winner for $4,000. So congratulations to all three of these teams. Next up, Wallet Connect. Nazar is $3,500 for Web3 inbox integration. SquadFi is the second place $2,000 winner, and Tag Trove will be taking in $1,500 for runner-up. Yes. PPay is the best integration of Web3 mobile SDK. $2,500 Adventure Runner for $2,000, and Pixel Pals, third place, $1,500. And these 55 teams are going to be splitting the pool prize, and you'll be taking home $127 each. Then we have WorldCoin. Morvo wins the best WorldCoin app for $5,000. You know you could only have 5 people, right? What was that? Most creative goes to Trippy for $2,500, and best governance app is Rexo for $2,500. Protocol GPT is the best AI use case for $2,500. DecentralX is the best sign-in with WorldCoin app for $2,500. And Homo Sapiens Says and Airdrop Fi are going to be taking home $1,000 each. And last but not least, 34 teams are going to be splitting this pool prize, taking home $88.24. We're really getting into this decimal precision, sorry. ZK Sync. DJ and Drink and Dexodus are the best use of ZK Sync, 5,000 each. Congratulations to the team at the back. Ave Grandstyle. PPay is the best Go stablecoin integration for $3,000, and Stabilon is the second place $2,000 winner. And the best DAO tooling prize goes to AA Tomato for $3,000 and Themis for $2,000. Nice. Not loud enough, but that was awesome. Next up, Alio. Sarma, ZK Zesher, Metiscan, and GNL are the 4 grand prize winners, and you're going to be taking home $2,000 each. On to ApeCoin. ApeFit is the best consumer use case, and also the hoodie winner for the time being for $3,000, and Bodyguard will be the second place $2,000 winner. The most innovative app goes to AutoGov and OSnap V2, and you're going to be receiving $3,000 and $2,000 respectively. On to API 3. The best use of the API price feed goes to Dexodus for $4,000, and Pixel Pals is the best use of API keyring RNG for $3,000. The 3 runner-ups are Mona Lizard, Amka, and Secure Dex, and you'll also be going to be receiving $1,000 each. On to Axiom. The most overall best use of Axiom goes to Airdrop Fi. Trippy is the most collaborative use case, and Meheraba Wallet is the best Axiom identity for reputation, and all 3 of you are going to be taking home $2,000. Toxic Fi no, Fi no, I don't know how to say that, is the best Axiom DeFi integration, and Domain Expansion is the best on-chain incentivization track winner, and you also are going to be receiving $2,000 each. Say that one more time. Okay. Next up, Base. DD is the best consumer product for $2,500, Pixel Palace for $1,500, and Subman is the $1,000 third place winner for the best consumer category. The best use of Base Paymaster goes to Pulse for $2,500, Tap Trust for $1,500, and Brunch Club for $1,000. All right, was that Pulse or Tap Trust? All right, Tap Trust. For Cartesi, Dub3.ai, that's more than 5 people is what I'm hearing. The best MVP Toast Testnet project winner is Dub3.ai for $5,000, Protocol GPT for $3,000, and ZK Vote and Chain Habits are going to be receiving $1,000 each. So now, Dub3.ai is the runner-up, or actually in the running of the best team to shout about winning $5,000. Next up, Celestia. The modularizer price track goes to ephemeral ZKL3s and private token rollup, and you're going to be receiving $2,000 each. Runner-ups are Footy DAO, 8 Distribute, and Cross-Chain dApps, and you're also going to be receiving $500 each. Next up, Celo. BridgeBuddy is the best dApp on Celo blockchain for $3,000. Grow or Gamble for $2,000, and Goat Ramp for $1,000. Congratulations. And the best mobile app goes to Habits, and Meheraba Wallet is the best use of AA for $2,000. Next up, Chainlink. Donate is the best use of Chainlink CCIP for $2,500, and NHUP will be receiving $1,500 for second place. Mindshare is the best use of Chainlink Functions for $2,500, and OpenGate is the second place $1,500 winner. And ActionForge is the best use of other Chainlink integration category, and you take home $2,000. Next up is CowSwap. Carvest is the best Creative Cow hook category prize winner for $2,750, and TradeSphere is the second place $1,250 winner. For the best programmatic framework, Uniroll will be taking home $2,750, and 40 Limit Order is going to be receiving $1,250. And TGWAP is the wonderful widgets category winner, and Music Chef, Secure Mate, SquadFi, Grayskull Guardians are going to be receiving $100 each. Next up, ENS. ENS Gateway on Arbitrum is the first place $3,000 winner, and Donate is going to be receiving the best subname category prize for $3,000. The two teams for the best use of Thorin are DD and Pulse for $1,000 each, and Clave Watch is the honorary mention winner for $2,000. Ethereum Foundation prizes. For building something on Faye, TripBlock, Faye Burdens, and Faye are going to be splitting $5,000 equally, so all of you get 1666.67 each. And then we have Flashbots. Blob Merger is the best use of Swap for $1,500, Uniswap Intense for second place $750, and Suclave is the third place $2,250 winner. Congratulations. Aggregator Hook is the best use of UniV4 for $1,500, DeFi Omni dApp for second place $750, and Fast Swaps will be taking home $250 for third place of best UniV4 integration. And the best Uniswap LVR design and POC goes to Suclay for $800, Pepsi Rep for $500, and Toxic FL No for $200. This is usually fun for me because I have to figure this out live. And the best intent on Uniswap design goes to Uniswap Intense for $1,000. I need to take a break. Not even halfway there. Next up, Gearbox. Domain expansion is the best use of Sensei integration for $3,000, and TradeSphere is the Gearbox Genius Gearbot prize category winner for $5,000. The Fomogachi and Gearbox GPT are going to be receiving $500 each for the best apprentice category. And onto Hyperlane. The best use of Hyperlane goes to domain expansion for $3,000. Kitty Cross is the best interchain application, and BridgeBuddy, CLB, Golden Gate, and Crosschain are going to be receiving $1,000. Looks like BridgeBuddy is now in the lead. On to Mantle. The best DeFi project on Mantle is Coincidence of Meow and Airdrop Fi. Congratulations. WebTree is the best NFT social category winner, AutoGet for the best UX, and Nazar for the best infrastructure and tooling project. All three of you will be receiving $2,500. Next up, Mask. The best use of NextID goes to TagTrove and Lens and Friends, $2,000 each. And Lens and Friends are also going to be receiving $2,000 again for the most ambitious project. I really hope that was not a typo, but congratulations. SoFi Land is the most creative project on Mask, and Wafting Whispers is going to be receiving the best on-chain prize category for $1,000, and Amka is the most refined project using Mask, winning $2,000. Next up is Near. Prodigy Piano Diary is the $3,000 winner and a hoodie. And the three teams winning $2,000 each are Canary Bay, Locker Swap, and Fast Swaps. And Starkard is going to be receiving third place, $1,000. Amazing. Next up, Neon EVM. Sarma is the best neon EVM use case for $2,500, AutoGov for $1,500, People's Platform for $1,000, and Collateralization Street for $500. And the most transactions on neon EVM category winners are COB for $1,000 and ZK Hub for $500. On to Safe. DeFi Builder is the best prize first place winner for Safe Core Protocol integration. Kandinsky for $1,500, Cross-Chain Safe for $1,000, and Donate for fourth place $500. The best account abstraction category winners are SoundSafe for $2,000, Nuzzer for $1,500, BridgeBuddy for $1,000, and Loompe for $500. Congratulations. Starknet. Tic-Tac-Toe Agent is the grand prize winner for $3,000, Circuit Breaker Snip for $2,000, and Stark Bridge and Frog and Lair Akira are going to be receiving $1,250 each. And Kairos Arena is the best use of Madeira Specials prize for $2,500. On to the graph. Canary Bay is the best use of subgraph. You're going to be taking home $1,700, and DGen Drink is the second place $800 winner. And the best new subgraph category winners are ZK Map for $2,000 and Genie AI for $1,000. And Nuzzer is going to be taking home additional $2,000 for the best use of substreams. UMA. Direct Help category winner is, best use of UMA goes to Direct Help for $5,000, OSNAP V2 for $2,000, and Death, Legacy, ApeFit, and Pinky Promise are going to be taking home $1,000 each. This is very entertaining. I'm loving this. On to Waku. PPay and Grassroots are the best use of Waku for $2,000. ZK Hub will be taking home $1,500, and SmartNest, Web3 IoT, and Chat are going to be the two teams winning $750 each. Safety First and Coincidence are the best privacy-focused apps in Waku, winning $750 each, and GoNounce and Vapor are the best marketplaces, also going to be taking home $750. On to XDC. ZKVote.cc is the best use of Fathom. Finance will be taking home second place $3,500, and AutoGov for $2,500. On to ARCs. Catastation is the best Halo use category winner for $2,500, DGen Drink for $1,500, and Tap Trust and PPay are going to be taking home $500 each. Next up is Aztec. The best Noir application category winners are Sarma and PayPay's Computation, taking home $2,000 each. The best developer tool using Noir is Aztec Snap for $2,000, and Green ZK Circuitry is the best Aztec Sandbox app, taking home $1,000. Certora. Gasless POAPs is the best formal specification on a project for $2,500. Subman is the $1,500 place winner, and DeFi Omni DApp is the third place $1,000 winner. On to CurveGrid. Adventure Runner is the best CurveGrid prize winner for $2,000. Direct Help for $1,750, and Pixel Pals for $1,250. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. All right, we're very much near the end. All right, EAS, DD, Pulse, Lambda Protocol, and CoinTX are going to be taking home $1,250 each. Congratulations to those teams. Which one are you? Pulse, DD, or neither of those? Who just shouted? You. Sweet. Now we have two teams in the running for the hoodies. Next up, Threshold. Hackathon, Big Fat Crypto Wedding, Dog, and Secure Social Swap are going to be taking in $1,250 each for best use of Threshold. So give yourselves a massive round of applause. On to Push Protocol. The best overlap goes to Rely for $2,000, and Pixel is the most creative use for Push Protocol for $2,500. ZK Map is the best push chat conditional gating for $2,500, and Genie AI and Pulse are going to be the two teams winning $1,500 each. UNICEF. The most novel solution goes to Prendico for $4,000. Congratulations. And the last prize for today is Nounce. Kandinsky is the best public goods category winner for $2,500, SCI for $1,500, and Blob Nounce is the $1,000 winner. So congratulations to these three teams. All these prizes are now available on the showcase. So give yourselves a massive round of applause for winning $600,000. Now, time for some asterisks. All these announcements are tentative and not final, which means we're going to be verifying everybody's code base over the next 3 weeks. it also means you can possibly get disqualified if you did not follow the rules. And if you were in the pool prize category, that would change all the numbers again if some team is removed. So keep everything in mind. Stay there just kind of wait on your dashboard. All those numbers will be reflected properly over there. And we'll be emailing all of you in 3 weeks with the final confirmation that this is the amount you've won and this is the prize. Now let's get back to this 6. Y'all still remember this? Yeah? Let's save some applause for these 6 announcements. No, I just said save. Don't use it yet. Just save it. We got 6 more announcements to make before we close Dev Connect. But before that, we want to say some thank yous. I want to thank everybody that makes this event possible. These things, I mean, they keep growing, and I don't know if we can keep up, but I can, however, thank everybody who's behind the scenes making all this possible. So that includes all of our judges, mentors, volunteers, speakers, partners, all these people that do so many things behind the scenes to do this. But I want to start off with all of you hackers. You spent the weekend with us in this building, building something that you were personally excited about. So please give yourselves a massive round of applause for taking the time to build something cool this weekend. I want to thank all of our amazing judges. Keep it going for spending the time and giving feedback to all of our attendees. So many mentors and volunteers who just spent this entire weekend making sure you get all the help. All the speakers who did all the 48 incredible workshops for telling you how to use different protocols. And these are all the partners that we couldn't even fit properly because they are so many that do so much to make this ecosystem incredible. And of course, all the venue staff, everybody we work with, all the teams, all the vendors, making sure everything goes without a hitch. Thank you to all the people listed here for being incredible in making sure this event goes really well. And last but not the least, can I get the loudest clap for the ETHGlobal team? I want to thank Vince, Vikram, George, Wilbur, Maggie, Nuno, Fred, Polly, Rory, Huichi, Minnie, Anna, Moaz, Emily, Andrew, and Jacob for doing all the work behind the scenes and making sure that you have the best experience at any of our events. Now, let's go back to these 6 announcements. Are we ready? Okay, let's just do this one more. So we're going to make 6 announcements today. Let me ask this one more time. Are we ready? All right, let's count down to get to these announcements. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you sure you're ready? Anyone want to make a guess what these announcements could be? Next hackathons. Any other guesses? Oh, you gotta shout louder. I can't. Airdrop? No, there's no token here, buddy. There's no ETHGlobal token. Swag? That's not a bad one. We're gonna be giving 6 hoodies away? No. There's no airdrop. Well, it's not the 6 online events we're trying to do. Oh, you missed that? Let's go back to this. It's definitely not those 6 events we want to do next year. It's also not the 6 days of Pragma we have planned next year. What we really want to do is announce the 6 in-person events for 2024. Let's try this one more time. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Finally, announcing our 2024 calendar. We're going to start off with our in-person events, and the first one of the year is going to be ETHGlobal London on March 15th. Then we're going to go to Sydney and unlock that final 6th continent on May 3rd. Then we go to Brussels in July with ETHCC, Singapore in September, San Francisco in October, and DEF CON sometime in November. They wouldn't tell us when. This is the overview of what the in-person events look like. Take a second to memorize these dates because I know I'm going to see a lot of you very soon. But that's not it. We also want to announce 6 days of Pragma. So, in addition to all those events, our first event and in-person event of the year is going to be Pragma at Denver on February 28th. We're going to go to London on March 14th and Pi Day, Brussels for July 11th, Sydney for May 2nd, and we're going to try a special edition of a 2-day Pragma in San Francisco. And last but not least, some async hackathons. LFGO will be our first official event of the year, and we're going to be doing a lot of cool things on stablecoins and payments starting January 12th. Circuit Breaker is going to be our dedicated event for all about zero-knowledge proofs and circuits. Scaling Ethereum returns again on April, and ETH Online will be our biggest async event of the year, taking place at the end of August. All these events are now live. You can start applying for them. You can sign up for all of them immediately, and we hope to see all of you in these 15+ events next year. So we can't wait to see all of you again. And before we conclude, let's go back to this group. So the finalists, 10 teams came on and demoed something that they built. And then we went to all the other updates and a lot of money that we announced and who was going to get it. Well, if you've been to an ETHGlobal event, you may already know this, but these events are not designed to be competitions. Our goal here is to make people build something that they're passionate about and treat them as a way to learn and grow themselves. So in addition to any prizes they would have won, there's no first, second, third, and officially all these 10 teams came in first. So on top of all of that, ETHGlobal will be giving 500 USDC to every member who came on and presented their demo project on their stage as a finalist. And that's not all. We're also going to be giving 10 Sepolia ETH per member, an ENS domain to every member, free Pragma entry to any of the 2023 and 2024 events, a hardware wallet discount for Grid Plus, Lens Protocol whitelist if you have not already received your username, and a $500 reimbursement to any of the event in 2024 or ETH India, which is in just 3 weeks. So this officially concludes ETHGlobal Istanbul. Thank you so much for coming and closing off Dev Connect. Don't forget to meet us again in India in 3 weeks. All this is live on ETHGlobal.com. And without further ado, let's party outside. Thanks, everybody.
Kalabalık içinden nefis kokun gelir. Seni gören yıldızlar anlar ışık nedir. Yüreğime güneş çarpar, günümü gülüşün sarar. İçimde çocuk